Hello everybody, Remrov here again. I'm a classic artist who makes these videos to educate about autism and to build a bridge in between the autistic and neurotypical world, and I hope to be a voice for non-verbal autistic people. In this video I want to talk more about troubles with sleeping. Many autistic people, including myself, have a lot of troubles with sleeping and falling asleep. And the major reason for this is, for me, because I really live inside my own mind. A little bit difficult to explain it otherwise, but I'm really extremely connected to my own mind. I'm really living inside my own mind always. And my mind is always extremely active. I can't really turn it off. Never, actually. I think besides autistic people, there are also people who are very introverted. They have the same issue, that their mind is so extremely active and that they have trouble sleeping or relaxing. I have a lot of troubles with relaxing as well. Even when it looks like I'm relaxing and sitting on the couch and watching a movie, my mind still goes about 100 miles an hour, and often I realize that, hey, the movie is almost over and I haven't seen anything of it. I've been constantly trying to solve problems in my mind and thinking of all kinds of ideas about my artwork, for example, or other things that are going on in my life. So that's kind of difficult. It's to relax that way. This also causes a lot of troubles with falling asleep. As I said, when I'm lying in bed, there are no other distractions from my own thoughts and from my own mind. And so I'm just lying awake often for hours and hours with a very active mind. Sometimes it only lasts for a few hours and then I'm tired enough to fall asleep. But some periods I can have really a lot of sleepless nights and just lying awake the whole night. And it just feels like it starts with a small tornado of a few thoughts and spinning around and circling around in my mind. And after a while, this tornado of thoughts, it gets bigger and bigger, and more topics of thoughts and more ideas start to add to that tornado, and just keeps going on and getting bigger and more active until I'm just wide awake again and just can't sleep at all. So many other autistic people have the same issue because we tend to overthink a lot. For example, if we had a conversation with somebody, an important conversation or something, then at night or at home we overthink everything that person said. Did we understand it correctly, or we certainly doubt the things he said, he or she said, or how did he or she meant what was said. And also the things we said ourselves. Did we express ourselves correctly? For example, did the person who we were talking to understand everything correctly? And that's just one example. I have it with a lot of different things in my life, that I overthink everything into the details. And it causes a lot of doubts and troubles in our minds and things like that. I guess that almost everybody has this issue, but of course everybody's lying awake or has insomnia sometimes, but I guarantee you that people with autism have it to a much higher degree. They struggle a lot more with that. I have a few tips for everybody who has troubles with sleeping, and these are just the things that I noticed that help me, so I hope they can help you as well. Even though it's never easy. The first thing I always try is to watch a movie in my own head when I'm lying in bed, and I really notice my mind is so busy and I can't stop worrying about things. I just start to watch a movie, to think in my own mind, to think about a movie that I really love and that is really familiar to me and that is really calming to me, and I just think about it, try to play it in my own head. And it takes quite an effort to think about that instead of about the other thoughts and worries that I had. So that effort to do that also makes me tired. So it can also help me sleep that way. The second thing I try is actually quite funny, and you would think, does that help? But it really helps. I try to do the exact opposite of what I want. I want to fall asleep. So what do? I try to stay awake. I really force myself to stay awake, and I tell myself I have to stay awake, and I'm really forced to keep my eyes wide open. And you will really notice that that will make you really tired, and that concentrating on that will really make you tired, and it might really help you fall asleep. It really helps me quite often. Then the third thing I often do when I'm worrying about something, like something I forgot to do or something I forgot to say to somebody, or I notice that I've expressed something wrong or something has been understood wrong by somebody else, then I just fix it right away to take it off my worry list. And so it's not uncommon that somebody receives an email from me at 3 a.m. at night, because it really helps me to take at least one thing of that whole big list, and it's spinning inside my own mind. It can really prevent from things piling up. And then the fourth thing I try, if other things really don't help, I just go out of bed and I play a game on my computer, for example, or I try to read a little bit in a book that I like, or I try to watch a movie. And often my worries and my thoughts still try to squish in my mind, and they try to take all my concentration from the game away, but I really force myself to concentrate on the game or on the book or the movie, and trying that also makes me tired, so that can help me fall asleep again. So I hope that these things helped you if you also have trouble sleeping. And so this was it. I hope you find this video useful and that you like this video. If you do, just don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, or you can also consider to become my patron on Patreon to support me with this project. And you can also watch a lot of patron only material, which is quite cool. So this was it. Pilaf and I wish you a great day, and we hope to see you in the next videos again. Bye!